When we add integers on a number line, the first number is the number that we start out with. So we draw a line from 0 to that first number. And we label it what it is, 4. And then the plus 3, whenever we add, we face right on the number line. But then we walk forward, and this will become more significant when we're doing subtraction, that many times. So 1, 2, 3. And above that we write what we just did, plus 3. And of course we come to 7, so that equals 7. That's not surprising. We start out with one that we're familiar with, right? So now that we can do negative 4, well, we need to draw a line from 0 to negative 4. And right above it, we write negative 4. Now we add 3, so again we're facing right, and we go right, 1, 2, 3. And we draw right above that, plus 3. Notice where we get to is negative 1. So negative 4 plus 3 equals negative 1. Again, we start here at 4, 0 to 4. And right above it we write 4. And then again, adding means we still face right. But since it's a negative 3, we want to walk backwards even though we're facing right. 1, 2, 3. So we still draw our arrow like this. And right above it, we write plus negative 3. And that takes us to positive 1. Finally, we start out at negative 4. So from 0 to negative 4, we draw the arrow, we write negative 4. Plus means we're facing right. But then, since it's negative 3, we walk backwards. 1, 2, 3. And again, we write above it plus negative 3. But we end up at negative 7. So negative 4 plus negative 3 equals negative 7. Well, sometimes we are looking for one of the numbers and not the solution. The first number we still start out with going from 0, now I'm going to have to add on 0 right here, to negative 9. So there's negative 9. We're still going to face right, but we need to get to negative 2. That's our destination. So right here is where we need to get to. So what I do is I put a dot here and a dot here, and then I draw a line in between them. And so we were facing right, and we went right, and we went right 7. So this is plus 7. So my missing number is 7. Easy enough, right? Well, in this next example, we're missing the first term. So I don't know, where to go from 0 to where. I don't know yet. That's supposed to be a question mark. But I know that I'm adding a negative 7. So even though I'm facing right, I'm going to walk backwards 7, and I get to negative 5. So I know that the second arrow ends up right here, and that it was 7 long. Well, if it's 7 long, it must have started up here at positive 2, right? We can count that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or really, you could have counted it in the other direction, right? From negative 5 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't want to show the bumps, though. We want to show arrows. So if this is where we end up, and this was plus negative 7, and obviously we had to go from negative 2, or from 2, well, my first arrow must have been from 0 to 2. So my first number is a positive 2. So that's how you figure a couple of those out. One more thing I wanted to mention is in this section we talk about absolute value. And I want you to remember the definition of absolute value, 3 words. And those three words are distance from 0. And you can't be a negative distance from something. I mean, there is below sea level, things like that, but you really can't be a negative distance from something. Just because something's behind you, we don't say it's negative 3 feet away from you. The way that you'll see it written is with straight up and down bars. So for instance, let's take the absolute value of negative 7. So we're saying how far away from 0 is negative 7? Well, we know that it's 7 away. Well, what about the absolute value of 7? A lot of times people mistake and put, oh, it's just the opposite, so negative 7. But again, there can't be negative distance. The absolute value of 7, the distance from 0, is still 7. So there's no negatives with absolute value.